everyone. This is episode 489 of the OotiniCast. 89 of the OotiniCast. There it goes. Being recorded on the 29th of May, 2024. And I will let everyone know we're started. This is the raw version of the show, going out with all flubs and flaws intact. And then this raw version video will go out on YouTube as well. However, we do clean up the audio a bit as necessary, and that will go out as a podcast tomorrow. So let me go ahead and do this here. All right. And 489. I've now. Glad I'm doing my move now and not when we're approaching 500, because I'm not sure how much time I would have.
Yeah.
All right, and I remember last time it was actually having troubles doing the post. It not sent again.
You gotta do it on Brandon?
I might have to. Yeah, okay, I'll do it on my personal one. Damn it again. I don't know what's going on with that. I've got the upgraded, I've got my thing updated and everything, so I don't know what's going on with that. All right.
You're the first one to pop up. You're my number one, Brandon.
TV OotiniCast. And the weird part is, okay, and then when I go to the to this post, then usually I don't have any actual troubles like finding. Yeah, there it is, and I can just repost it. The repost works fine. I just posted it, so
pops right up.
Okay, and it's reposted on OotiniCast. It's all good. Anyway, so right. So let me go ahead and close that up. We're about to get going here. It is the top of the hour. All right, and hey, JD. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the streams have been fun lately. And we're going to be doing some PvP soon, Kitty and I will. So we'll talk about that here in just a sec. Are you about ready, Kitty?
I'm ready.
All right. Going in 5. Go ahead. I'm going to drink some water.
At one point, I'm going to have to dash out for a moment.
Okay.
I've got soup on and it needs to be turned down at a certain point. So,
all right.
I'll be back.
Sounds good. Yeah. All right. I'll go in 5 then, if you're ready.
Something's weird with my audio.
Okay. You sound good to me. So at least live on the show, it's fine. Okay.
The Audacity sounds weird. It looks like it's not coming out of the right microphone.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We can give it a moment. Good news is if you can't make it work, then you still sound good on the stream, and I can rip the audio from the stream later on and use that instead if we have to. It's not quite as clean as doing it, individual audio stream, audio channels, but it works.
Good to go.
Good to go? All right.
Yep.
Going in 5. Hi, and welcome to the OotiniCast, the podcast that's not looking for a friend, it's looking for a Jedi Master. This is episode 489, being recorded on Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. I didn't know there were any that I could still do from Empire, but hey, there you go. I'm your host, Chill, and with me is my co-host, KittyKissz. Hey, Kitty.
Hey, Chill.
And what you been up to since the last show?
Lots of real life. I call it the astromech droid from hell, RLBS.
Okay. What's RLBS?
Real life bullshit.
Oh, okay.
But we're getting out of that. Nothing big, blah blah blah, just kind of stressful.
Okay.
And everything's going to be good, but it just kind of, I feel like I'm coming back to my normal brain waves, and it's kind of nice. But yeah. Let's see. What else have I been doing? 7.5, of course, dropped today.
Nice.
I ran the pub side story.
Cool.
And I absolutely loved it. I thought that no spoilers or anything, but
Okay.
I didn't see it coming.
Nice. Well, I can't wait. I've gotten. I'll tell you more in a bit, but I haven't gotten all the way through it because I tried to. I thought I could get through the story in a shortish stream, but there just wasn't. There was a lot to it, so I got through part of it, and then I don't know how much I have left, but apparently a little bit. Darth Dirty Socks was saying, yeah, if you need to go now, then you still have some time. There's still quite a bit of story left. So anyway, so yeah. So I'm glad you liked it. I liked it so far too.
Yeah, it was a lot meatier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. It was a little awkward because like the first couple of scenes were done in the one-sided style where where your character doesn't actually say anything. You just have the choices. The visual choices, like when you're talking to Dr. Ogorob and stuff like that. That style. But then after that, it kind of reverts and it goes to full cutscenes again, which is it was a little bizarre. It felt a little like, wait a minute, why are you doing it like that and then like that? Like, why not just make all of them? Since, clearly the voice actor has been brought in to say things. Right. So why are we not doing the cutscenes all the way through as opposed to like the one-sided cutscenes? Other than that, though, I've been enjoying it so far.
I don't mind that very much, and it seems like from what I played through today, the important parts were voice acted. Right. So
yeah,
I can.
Right.
For me, it doesn't really bug me that much.
It doesn't bother me. Like there was like one like a little ways in where it's you and the Jedi talking, at least because I was on the Republic side as well. You and the Jedi are talking, and it is that same style where your character doesn't talk, and that didn't feel as awkward because like it was mostly about what she had to say, and then you just sort of like respond, and then she. But the first one, the one with like the hollow meeting with like a lot of people, felt really awkward, like because there's supposed to be a lot of back and forth going on in the conversation, but without your character actually saying it, it felt a little bumpy to me. But when it was like the 1v1 versus the Jedi, that wasn't so bad. But the weird part is that after that it kind of went to cutscenes after that, and I don't know if there's some of the one-siders later on, because like I said, I didn't get to the end quite yet. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry. And so what else did you do today on 7.5?
7.5, I did finish it. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Some point I'm gonna go back and go through and do it on the Imperial side. Oh yeah. But I don't know. I'm kind of not in a big rush for that. I did start the spring event.
Okay.
I didn't get very far, and I kind of just started it, and I'm looking forward to that. I was thinking it might be kind of fun to get a group of people, like as many people as we can, to go in and do the maypole, laser maypole.
Right.
I think that might be kind of a fun little event to do. I don't know if or when I'll do it, but I think that would be kind of fun, just to see how many people we can get in there zapping that thing. I think it'd look pretty cool too.
Yeah. And did you like? Well, I know you saw the test server, but what did you think of the new Hutta?
Oh, it was amazing. It was really amazing. And Jackie happened to pop in to chat when I was there. Nice. So people, were like, "Hey, and we love it. Tell the team it's awesome." And that was pretty cool because, it's kind of nice to have someone from the team to be able to tell, "Hey, oh my God, there she is."
Hi.
Kind of have someone there firsthand to go, "Hey, you know what? This is awesome. Let them know that, we're loving it out here," and blah, blah, blah. So that was really cool. And not to mention, I couldn't imagine. I was telling Jackie, I was like, I can't imagine like having to sit on this for so long, and how exciting it must be to, finally do the release and stuff. And not to mention probably a load off your toad, like, okay, that batch is done. Okay, let's get started on the next one. But yeah, it was, I really liked it. I thought it looked really, really good. I liked the feel of the new Hutta, quote unquote. And I'm looking forward to going back and trying to get like on the imp side. But yeah, it was really cool. I like it. And I really like the story. I know
Oh,
I've
good.
heard some people saying, "Oh, I'm kind of done with the Mandalorian stuff," and I can see that, but I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with the story. I'm stoked
Nice.
on it. So that
Yeah.
was good.
I liked Hutta as well. The change of color is interesting because it's not so yellow, but it's still slightly yellow. Like it's
Right.
it's a little gray. It's more gray, but it's still slightly yellow. And I like some of the effects, especially like on the top of the water. There's like algal.
I was just gonna say that.
Algal mats and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
there's like oil slick looking things and stuff like that. It's there's a few areas where it bubbles and stuff like that. It's really cool. Yeah, good stuff.
The first thing I thought was raw sewage.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it looks really, yeah, a lot of it looks really gnarly. And
I was dodging it on my character. I didn't want to walk through any of this solid or substance. But yeah, it was really cool. I don't think that I'd ever seen any liquids that in the game that looked like that. I was stoked to see it. It looked really good.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Of course, I made a new character, a new guardian on Starforge to PvP with you.
Right.
As we do. And I'm looking forward to it very much. Mm-hmm. I have been spending, like on my days off, I don't really play that much. I do a lot of stuff around the house. And so I'll sit at the computer and I'll do like some crafting or run a heroic mission, and then I'll go do some stuff like, put the laundry in, do that, go clean some part of the house, go make some shelves or whatever it is I'm doing. So it's kind of really back and forth. And I focused really hard the last 2 days getting all the gear for my the new PvP character.
Nice.
So that as soon as I level, I'll just be like, give me those hit points. I need as many hit points as I can get, as many purple pieces. And it was really difficult because you and I aren't native to Starforge,
right? Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of mats. So I had to go get mats. I had to,
run out.
I bought
missions,
some.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, run the missions, send them out.
Use the Jawa vendors and such.
Use the Jawa vendors, all that stuff, all the resources I could. Tricks. Luckily, I have enough because I'm an alcoholic. I have a lot of characters over there, so I'm like, okay, I need level 10 mats for whatever, and I just went on all my characters that had that, nailed it down, and got all that stuff made, but. I'm pretty stoked on it. And it was kind of fun, right? Not having the stuff and going, where the hell do I go for, grade 7 mats? And I went to Corellia.
Oh, just to figure out, right?
I'm like, where are they? I even had some guides and stuff,
right?
But I couldn't find any.
Yeah, some of them are even kind of like not where you'd expect them to be.
Yeah.
Because they changed and stuff like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I went to Ilum and I spent a lot of time on Ilum figuring out, what route is the most time economical.
Wow.
Go get the maps.
So that was level 7 was Ilum, huh?
I forgot. It's like level 7 or 8. I forget exactly. But oh man, it was a pain, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
Because when I found them, I'd be like, yes. It was really fun, but kind of a learning experience. And then you kind of I got it down to where if I would quick travel back and then make the loop, and then by the time I got to the end of the loop thing, I'd quick travel back, and they had reset, so I could just go.
Wow.
Go back and then. But yeah, I'm set now. I got it. I'm good. I'm ready. And I sent you a text. I'm like, hey, I'm doing some crafting. Let me know if you need anything.
Oh, is that when you were texting me? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because I was like, if I'm doing this, I might as well look you up if I can. So
yeah. Oh, it was fine. Yeah, my gear's pretty well set. I'm pretty good to go. Yeah, I'm apparently not going to be as high a level of skier as you are, but I'll be fine. I've got a bunch of the accessories, and then I usually do just grab the green stuff from the vendors.
Oh, okay.
Most of the way up until, like the 60s somewhere usually, and then you start to get decent gear from like the story. But yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait. We'll start that probably in the next day or two, and we'll go from there.
It's, I needed to do it because I needed that stuff on Starforge. So
right. And which spec is your Guardian going to be?
I'm going to go Smash. So it's going to be what's it called?
I can't remember what it's called either. Yeah,
it's
but it's the Smash. Yeah, it's the Smash one. It's like the dots. AOE dots. Yeah.
And it's so fun.
I believe it's called Vengeance on the Juggernaut side, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called on the.
It's so fun. I in fact, my main, quote unquote, my main that I was playing today is Smash, and man, that is fun. Just you get to spam that Smash button, and it's
when
great.
You get up there,
it's one of the most gratifying builds. Not to mention, one of my favorite things is Force Push. Especially when I'm PvPing, you get some chump on your ass, and I'll just go up as high as I can, and then they'll follow me, and then just be like,
"Woo, goodbye,
later, dummy." I'm looking forward to that.
That is fun.
But that's about it for me, Chill. Cool. We'll pass the baton over to thou.
All right. Let's see. So let's go ahead and see who's in chat. If it'll show it to me. Okay, it is, fortunately. Well, first of all, Swotor's here, so hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie!
Let's see. Ava, Darla, Lonely Girl, HV, Des, 8 Row, Elisa, Dre, ASMR, Miu, Donk7, Dylan Ye, Darcy, Dropsnet, Japeo, JD7777, Jedi Knight 1, Mark Zunick, Olman Alaski, Regresses, Squishy Twitchy, Tarsai, and Traffic are all here already, so hey, everyone, thanks for coming. And so I made a plasma tech, so I'll be leveling. So we'll both be leveling Dot, which will be fun.
Yeah, that'll be really
and
fun.
even though we're DPS, we have taunts, so we can sort of help each other survive a little bit, which will be good as well.
Yeah.
I don't think plasma techs have a push, but we do have the hook. So there'll be situations where you won't be able to pull them, but I can like yoink them. So that'll be fun to do.
I could push them into your yoinking.
That's right. That'd be funny if like you end up pushing one and right when I'm like trying to pull them.
It'll happen.
I'm sure it'll happen.
It's going to happen.
Especially like arenas and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Where there's fewer targets and stuff. I did a bunch of leveling on different characters. And I got like Selena up to 80 and she's all pretty well geared out. And because of that, I also did some like checking of different classes to see, because we've always been doing a lot of leveling PvP, and that's fun, and I can't wait to do it again. But sometimes I feel like it'd be nice to just know what I enjoy most at level 80 for PvP. So I've been trying different specs at 80 PvP to try it. So I tried my Infiltration Shadow, tried my Tank Shadow on Freddie Mercury, a couple of others. I'm still not sure yet, actually. Like I love, for example, I love the Shadow Infiltration in some ways. The stealth is fun, and the way the spec works is fun, and the damage is good. But the defense cooldowns really suck. So, and because of that, it's like really difficult. Like if you get focused on and if your vanish doesn't work, you're kind of screwed. So it's a question of finding what I'm most comfortable with, and I don't think I'm there yet, actually. But there's something to enjoy about all of them so far. So so I made the plasma tech. I did check out 7.5 today as much as I could. It was a fairly short stream, so I haven't really touched a lot, really. I did check out the new set that has the hood with the hair or the hood without the hair, and I'm sure you did that at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm getting ready to spend.
Yeah, and I thought that was interesting. So, and I've seen other people like Soterisa mention this on Twitter and stuff. So basically how it works is that this particular suit has a chest piece, and then the hood is separate. Yep. And then there's two different versions of the hood, and then one is the old style where your hair just disappears and you just see the hood and your character's face. And then the other one is the hood is there, but your hair is just untouched. So you're gonna have to. So basically, it's which is nice. I actually like it that way. They didn't try to get fancy and try to make half of the hair disappear, or they didn't try to do anything weird like that. They just, here it is with your hair, here it is without your hair, and then just choose the one that makes the most sense for your character, which is fine.
And what's cool about that is that is just a hood. So you can take that hood if you unlock it and use it on any character.
That's true. Like once you have this outfit,
it's a hood
you have a hood, right? You have a hood up that will just work on this, that, and the other.
And you can toggle that on and off.
Exactly. It's almost like a toggle now. Yeah. Once you have that outfit, and I'm sure that it'll make other hoods kind of disappear. I didn't test that, but it makes sense that like it would be one of those headpieces that would tend to make other hoods disappear, and it'll just replace it with this hood, and then you can have hair or no hair, which is cool.
Bang!
Yeah, good
Take
stuff.
that, Malgus.
Yeah, and the hood is like, it basically all dyes one color. The armor set like has some parts that stay the same color. Like there's some metal that stays the same metal color. The little like leather or whatever it is band in the middle stays the same color, and then other parts dye this way and that way. But the hood is like all, and I think it's primary, but it could be secondary. I think it's primary though, and then it pretty much is all one color, which is nice. Yeah. So that should transfer over to other sets pretty darn well, which is cool. A lot of hair is going to stick through it. It's going to clip, but that's fine. That's you do what. At least this way now it's in your control. You just try it both ways and see what works best for your character. It'd be interesting to see like if this becomes a trend, like if they do this more and more. Because one thing they've done before, like because there wasn't a hood toggle, is they've most of the recent outfits that have a hood now have one with a hood and one without, and that instead of having a toggle, it just gives you both options that way, and that works as well. And now we have the possibility of having hair and no hair, which is cool.
Very good.
Yeah, and the hood is not particularly thick, so it doesn't take much hair for it to start clipping. Like my main is Corbin Dallas, and he basically has that one hair that's mostly short, but has that little bit of like horn of hair kind of towards the front. It's not exactly a big horn either. It's just a little kind of a spiky area, and that clips right through it, unfortunately. So it's like it's not going to. A lot of the hairstyles are going to clip through it for sure, like big time. Yeah. So it's not going to take much, but on the other hand, you still have the option and just go with whatever works best for you.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, but I didn't get and I was on for almost 2 hours. I only got through a portion of the Hutta story on one side, not even on both sides, just on one side. Didn't get to see the basilisk yet at all. Looking forward to that.
Me either.
didn't touch the Spring Abundance Festival yet either. Looking forward to that. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we got a lot to do the next few days. 7.5, a lot of stuff on this one. Yeah, and had a lot of fun doing that. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll go to the tip of the week. So the tip I have this week is I found out just doing Galactic Seasons, and I'm sure I've seen this at some point, but I completely forgot that it was sort of a thing, and that is that because I'm not an achievement hound, if you go to the Galactic Seasons and the achievements, if you complete everything, there's like little things for each season that were unlockable. But a lot of them, there's at least one achievement or multiple achievements that actually require you to do it during that season. Like you can't, once the season is done, you won't be able to get that achievement. So in this case, either you need, if you're an achievement hound, hopefully you're already on it. But if you're not, then what you might want to know is that if you get the, achievement of achievements, in other words, you get the achievement that has all the other achievements for the Galactic Season, then there's like a little unlock that you get, and it's different in every season. Like in the seasons where it had a companion, it was usually a customization for that companion. So there's that one, and then the season before this one, it was an armor set, and then for this season, it's a decoration that's sort of Copero related. So because it's the Copero industrial forklift, and it's one of the bigger ones. So cool. and it doesn't seem to be anywhere else. So I think you kind of have to get it this way if you're interested in it. So yeah, and you'll if there's probably enough time to sort of still do it at this point, but it does include not just getting to level 100. That's like the start of it, but
yeah,
yeah, you have to get like 1,500 of those things, which is a lot. You're going to have to do probably some grinding, and then also you have to get a significant amount of weekly achievements done. It's 100, and normally like I looked back on my other seasons, and even though I got to 100 on every season, I don't think I got to 100 weekly achievements on any of them, because I got a lot of the dailies done. So I got to 100 without needing to get like 7 every week or whatever. So, you know, getting to 100 is doable, but it's like it's more than you need for just getting to 100 for the season. So it's something that you actually need to stretch for. So
and
so
it takes a while.
Right. So when seasons come, you know, take a look at the achievement, and then and find out if you know, because it's going to take a little more than just getting to 100 for sure during that season. And it's definitely the same on this one. For me, I think if I had realized a little earlier, I might have stretched for the last one just to have another outfit unlocked. That would have been nice. But for the forklift, it's a very cool deco, but I don't think I'm going to stretch for it, because it's partly because it's like a little bit late in the season anyway, and I'd have to grab some of those buffs and just go and grind, you know, chlor slugs or something for for a few hours in order to make sure that we get enough, because you need a lot of those things. So all right. So anyway, if you have a tip of the week, send it to OotiniCast@gmail.com before the next show for a chance to win a Tonfon or M83R droid pet code, or an M2B9 droid code, courtesy of Broadsword, plus a 450cc code as well. And that'll bring us to the Mine Trap. And so the PvP seasons happen on the story ones. So 7.5 is the start of a new PvP season. And then the galactic seasons are going to be like the next update, presumably. Like they said that's how it's supposed to work anyway. So the galactic season is also when they are going to have they said when they do a new galactic season is when they're also going to be stretching to try to get new date night ones done. So we asked, what romance companion would you like to get a date night next? And we just chose like one male, one female, one Empire, one Republic, and we tried to choose ones that were reasonably, you know, well known or well liked. But you know, you could have definitely chosen a whole different list. We went with Vet, Andronicus Revel, Nadia Grail, and Corso Riggs. And Vet won running away, 59% of the vote. Actually, that was my vote as well.
Mine too.
Yep. And but you know, it was fun to see, and it was also fun to see people give other options too.
We should do this again.
Oh yeah, you probably would. I mean, we probably should have done something more like, you know, like a tournament style almost.
That's what I was thinking. We could. Okay, so Vet won this one, and you know, we'll take the winner of the next one.
Right. We can do that, but we might come up with other ideas too. So we're not going to commit to that quite yet.
No. I'm just saying that because Chill and I are always like, okay, what are we going to do for the Mine Trap this week? So if we can get ahead of it with some ideas for the future,
it does help. Yes,
it does help.
Ashia Tour said, Akavi, for the love of God, make her a permanent companion for everyone, which would be pretty cool because, you know, right now, of course, it's just on the smuggler's story. Although, you know, if you're a bounty hunter, because the Mako and Akavi's returns are connected, you actually can get her as a companion also if you're a bounty hunter. But I don't think, there's definitely no romance angle to it. Let's see. Kira, some people went Dark Jaisa, so you know, there's a lot of people out there saying different things. Several votes for Jaisa. Several for Mako. Eric Jorgen's up there too. So anyway, so yeah, lots of people definitely looking forward to more of the date nights. So that'll be a lot of fun to see what they choose, what they go for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a million like reasons why the next one is going to be the next one. Like, maybe the companion is coming back anyway, so they're going to have the voice actor come back for regular story reasons, and therefore this is also a great time to come up with a date night for them. Who knows though? That's all behind the scenes, and we'll see what they come up with though.
Right. What's funny is someone wrote Ken Val because he is romanceable. I would love to see that.
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. All right, that'll bring us to Cantina Talk. This is an occasional segment we do where we pick out a voice actor from the literally hundreds who have voiced for SWTOR over the years. And this one's a special one because they announced, Ashley Rule announced specifically, that there was a change to the male Imperial agent. So this is something that hasn't happened before in SWTOR. They've actually done an amazing job of actually being able to keep the voice actors all the way through. But we do have a change in the male Imperial agent. So now Wilf Scolding will be stepping into the role of male Imperial agent. Wilf is excited to be a part of SWTOR's story, and we're very happy to have him join. This is what Ashley Rule is saying. We're very happy to have him join our incredible roster of player voices. We're looking forward to his role in the Old Republic's legacy for many years to come. And there we go. So what I decided to do was to kind of look at this. Now, normally what we do is I typically choose someone who has like a long history of, on IMDb. So there's plenty to talk about, and especially ones who have done other sort of nerd related stuff before, so that, we can mention that. But this is kind of a special situation. So we chose him specifically because he is new and he's doing one of the class voices, which is, like I said, something that hasn't happened before. So we decided just to sort of learn about this actor. So Wilf Scolding has done both voice acting and regular acting as well. For voice acting, one of the things he's done is a lot of episodes, 176 episodes of something called The Archers, which is a British, it started as a radio serial that started in the 1950s and is still going. So it's sort of like soap opera-y. It's been going on a long time. And he's been on 176 episodes of The Archers. Jeez. So yeah, so he's hardly new to voice acting. He's also done some characters for other fiction podcast series, such as Portrait of Dorian Gray. There's a series called Portrait of Dorian Gray based on that story. And but otherwise he's done a lot of regular acting as well. And SWTOR fans will be happy to know that he does have Star Wars cred. He was Captain Vanus Tigo in 5 episodes of Andor, which is excellent. And of course, Imperial agent, you'd expect him. And yes, he's, it's like a British thing. He did a great job portraying the cruel and self-absorbed leader, Captain Vanus Tigo, and who in part causes the escalation of the Rix road riot on Ferrix towards the end of the series. He sort of semi-panics. He orders the stormtroopers to start firing on the crowd. And and so he's been in 5 episodes of Andor, and so he's done some Star Wars stuff before, which is really cool. He's also Rhaegar Targaryen in 1 episode of Game of Thrones. Although he was only in 1 episode, the character is very important because before the sort of events that we mostly see on Game of Thrones, he was sort of in a flashback sort of thing. He was his character was very important historically because his character does all the stuff that sort of leads up to all the wars and so on that's happening during the main Game of Thrones storyline. His character kidnaps Lyanna Stark, starting a war. It turns out they were actually in love, but of course, the people who are on the other side claim that he just kidnapped her. And he turns out to be the father of Jon Snow. So there's a lot of reasons why his character is really important, even though he only appears in one episode. But yes, it was that was also our new Imperial agent. So very excited. Wilf Scolding. Good stuff. Really excited to see what he's got. Unfortunately, I have not gotten any Imperial agents all the way through the storyline. just my mains happen to be not a male Imperial agent, so if I'm gonna see like the new stuff, I guess I don't know. I guess I have some work to do.
I know. I always play female characters.
So yeah, really excited. Really excited.
Well, now we have
to hear
another
his
reason
voice.
to make another alt.
Yeah. So yeah, if you look up Vanus Tigo, you can learn that character's history on Wikipedia. But more importantly, like if you want to see what the actor looks like, or see him do some acting in Andor, you can. Well, I guess you could watch all of Andor again, but you could specifically look for like a video clip. There's some video clips on YouTube and so forth of Vanus Tigo.
You'll remember his character.
Yep. Really good stuff. So really excited, and yeah. And thank you to Ashley Rule for letting us know that that's happening, and we're really excited to hear what Wilf Scolding brings to the role.
Cool, thanks, Joel. That's always fun for me because I get to just learn about it when we're doing the show live.
Of course,
cool.
Yeah. And do you want to take care of your soup real quick?
Yes, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, right before we started the show, Kitty let me know that he absolutely needed just a moment to go and make sure his soup was okay, because it's like on high and he has to turn it down. So we, if he had forgotten, we might end up hearing like a big smoke alarm or something go off. But yeah, that'll bring us to the holo feed, and so we'll go through the news. And of course, 7.5 will be a big part of it. PvP Season 6, The Great Pirate Hunt, is now live as well, because, again, so PvP seasons are now going to be linked with the story ones. So when you see a 0.5 or later on a 0.6, that's when you're going to also see PvP seasons. And then, again, Galactic seasons are between those. So The Great Pirate Hunt is going to run a little longer. So that'll be kind of nice, because like Kitty and I both sort of like finished up the season relatively fast, and then it felt like the season was still going, but we just didn't feel the urge to keep going a lot. So it'll be nice that it goes a little bit longer, and then you also have to do more. So hopefully that'll line up pretty well. I think it's designed to take roughly the same amount of time, maybe a hair longer. But anyway, it'll run for 16 weeks, up from 12 weeks, and the maximum season levels will be increased to 30, up from 25. Total points required to complete a PvP season will be 9,000 instead of 7,000. And then some Warzone med packs and adrenals will be added to the reward track, which isn't terribly exciting, but whatever. I feel like I'm okay with it, and we'll move on. There's again, it's one of those things where there's like a sub track and a non-sub track. There's Blue and Red Flag, season 6 toys. There's legacy title Privateer, meta achievement title Pirate of Pirates, character title Pirate Hunter, a text only emote for R, which we haven't seen those before. But they did mention that before. We did note it when they mentioned it. It's like, oh, a text only emote. That's not really hasn't been really much of a thing in the game before. You can sort of make your character say, quote unquote, do things, in text, but this is the first time we're gonna have a text only emote. And then the armor sets, which are sort of like, they do sort of look like space piratey. They look like sort of like long. Jackets, those sort of 1700s jackets, but
right,
sort of gussied up with tech stuff. And then like I do love the helmets, which are sort of vaguely Mandalorian, only with just a slit going left to right. I think they look really good.
They look like almost like one of the Inquisitors helmets from
right.
One of
a couple of them, but
it looks
from Clone Wars and stuff.
No, from the I forget what it's called. Jedi, one of the Jedi games.
Oh,
with Cal Kestis, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That might be kind of fun for a cosplay type of thing.
Yeah. Let's see. And
You know what I just realized? I am capped on PvP points.
Okay. So you'll have
before
to
we
look
do that
for some
tomorrow,
stuff.
I'm gonna have to go and buy some stuff.
Yeah, I think I ended up buying like an armor set or something, just to kind of to take it down some. Yeah, so that's always fun. And you can sometimes find, like a Swotorista will usually have it, or you can try to find like what some of them look like before you buy them too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, most of these times when there's like a box of, multiple weapons, or like, a box that has a whole set of armor, usually you cannot preview that. So
No,
but
yeah,
anyway.
I've noticed
And
that.
then there will be different ones during the weeks too. So even if you just get it down a little bit, and then you can maybe wait for the next week if you want to, that sort of thing.
Right.
There's a whole list. They did provide a list of what's coming, on a weekly rotating basis.
That's cool.
It's I copied it into our show notes. It's also on swotor.com, and you can find out what's going to be on the vendor. If that hopefully that will help. They did have an article about how items inspired by the Star Wars The Acolyte are coming to SWTOR. We did talk about a little bit about that. That's the armor set that has the hood, and the hood is separate, and then there's a hair off, which is more normal for hoods, and now just the one that just kind of lets the hair on, lets the hair go through, and usually, for certain ones, it just means you get to see it, under the hood, and then if it clips, you're gonna have to just check that out.
Right.
So that's the Dark Harbinger armor set. There is...
Looks cool.
Yep. There is... let's see. And then there's some Wookiee Jedi-inspired hairstyle and beard customizations, which were kind of fun. So, yeah, and if you look at them, it's like, okay, I can see how that actually looks like Wookiee, because it has the hair in the sort of the same spot and stuff like that. And the hair is a little more... a little wilder, a little more, like you might say bedraggled, but just like less neatly kept, so to speak. And some of those actually look pretty good, so I'm looking forward to that.
That is cool. Yeah, I bought as soon as I saw those, I had to buy the hair and the beard and all that. But,
right, so you can try them out. Yeah.
Well, you gotta have it.
Yeah, the Serpent's Tongue Vibroblade is really nice. There's been a couple other sort of like regular type swords in the game. There's one that looks like a katana, and there's a couple of others. There's one that's kind of like a high-tech machete, and there's a couple of others. Machete. You know the one. It's like
I know
two
exactly
blades with like a bunch of flames in between.
Right, and then there's the super cleaver.
Right, the super cleaver. Right. Yeah, and there's a mace. There's a mace as well.
Yeah.
This one actually looks like sort of like a longsword. Like it doesn't have it doesn't have a crossguard, but other than that, it looks pretty typically like a longsword. I did preview it, and so what it is in terms of like the color is there's a little thing above your hand that has like a little round area, and that actually changes color based on the color crystal. Nice. But the other thing that it changes is when you have a sword instead of a lightsaber, there's usually a white swipe that sort of happens effects-wise. And a lot of them, like even if you change the color crystal, that swipe will stay white. In this case, though, the swipe will actually change to the color of the color crystal. So if you wanted a white one, you could put in a white crystal, but you could have it blue, and then it'll swipe blue, or red, and it'll swipe red, or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that'll look cool in like red.
Yeah,
So
I could see like, and it's pretty large too. I could see it being a good fit for like if you're doing like a sort of an Aragorn thing. Or even like if with a bigger body size and you do more of a Conan sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like that sort of sword basically, and yeah, it's very nicely done. Really, really nice attention to detail. If you zoom in like above the hand and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
There's some nice little touches in there for sure.
Even the blade itself, where the blade comes to the sharp ends, the sharp parts, looks really cool, and then the tip of it looks really, really cool as well.
Yeah,
it's a great looking swad. I like it. Also, okay, I have a theory. Now this has nothing to do with anything. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was looking at that sword and I noticed that there's a little piece of fabric right above the handle, right below the little hole.
Yes.
And there it's purple. And it's the same purple that is in that armor set. That armor set was based off of a character in the Acolyte.
Right.
And in the trailers, we see her throwing knives and stuff.
Ah, okay.
I think that sword is going to be hers.
Cool.
This is just me thinking because I saw some fabric on a sword.
Right.
That it might be true. So
well, this is like a week before. This is actually cool because like I think was it Darth Dirty Socks? Someone was saying how it was cool how they actually managed to get this out before the show even comes out. Like usually there's enough of a delay. They actually did talk about this on SWTOR.com. Because they did a little looking behind the scenes of making it. They said it's important to remember that our stories are set thousands of years before the events of the Acolyte. Our talented artists and designers worked with Lucasfilm to create iconic items that find a balance between the striking items seen in the recent trailers that also stay true to the aesthetics of the Old Republic. So when creating items inspired by a new series, we always start with a high-quality reference and then get right to building a high-res model to bring the ideas to life. And then it shows a picture from the trailer, and you can see where it came from. Like they're similar, they're not identical, but that it's very similar. Where it has like the armor with the bands going left and right, and then the hood the hood kind of drapes down, and it drapes down in the SWTOR version as well, a little bit differently, but you can get the idea where it came from. Excuse me, where it came from.
Cool shots of the models too.
Yeah, from there we determined what the armor would look like on a player model and add the necessary textures and materials to bring it to life. And then there's some pictures, and it's in our show notes, or you can find them on SWTOR.com. Once we align on the overall direction, several more passes through the art, design, sound, and QV teams get us to a fully functional Dark Harbinger armor set in game. And yeah, I can't imagine like how difficult this is, because they really do have to get a lot of go-ahead from Lucasfilm. Anything in the game has been approved by Lucasfilm at some point in terms of its look and feel, making sure that it fits the Star Wars aesthetic, that it doesn't step on doesn't step on continuity in any way or anything like that. There's and they have lots of things that can, that they might have to adjust because of that. And it's amazing they were able to get this done before the show is even live, which is really cool.
That is cool.
So it premieres, the Acolyte premieres June 4th. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's
2-episode premiere.
Yeah, it's like right around the time that our like big actual moving day happens. So we'll see if I get to see it right away or not. But but I'm sure I will see it, like within maybe a week of it being out for sure. So all right, and the patch notes are out for 7.5 as well. But we've kind of talked about a lot of this. It's the Great Pirate Hunt, the Desperate Defiance storyline, the Basilisk prototype venture, which again I haven't touched at all. And did you say you haven't done that yet either, Kitty? The Basilisk?
No, I haven't done it yet. No.
Right.
It ended up that my main character didn't get through the whole thing with Vizsla, so I went and ran a bunch of those, and I was like, I want to see the other stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
But I'm in no hurry. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I did see a lot of players flexing on Fleet, though.
Bringing it out and just trotting it around.
Yeah.
That's right. The Dantooine Spring Abundance Festival has also started, and had a modernization, and there is an update window. There's a content update window now popping up when new content is available, and the requirements to be eligible for that content. And I actually took a screenshot. It's in the show notes as well. It only shows up the one time, though. At least it forces itself, for you to see it only once, and then after that,
right?
I think there might be a way for you to pull it up again, but I'm not.
I tried to find it. I couldn't find it.
Yeah. In any case, so right now, Desperate Defiance requires level 80, completion of Chains in the Dark, story introduced in 7.4. The Basilisk prototype venture, you need to be level 80. You have to have an active subscription. You have to be able to go to Runic, and you have to have completed a few modifications, which is like all the way through the stuff leading up to that. And then
Right.
Dantooine Spring Abundance Festival, eligibility is level 15, and you need to be able to go to Dantooine, which probably means you need to, usually that means you have to have your ships. You have to gotten through the capital world.
Right.
All right, and let's see. There's always little fixes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I thought there was one or two things that kind of stood out to me. So there was an issue preventing the operations R4 anomaly and nature of progress from giving progress towards the conquest operation objectives and the operation rally objectives. So apparently that's been fixed, so that's good for our friends who do the operations. Let's see. The following items now drop as intended. There's several of them. Anyway, there's several ones that come from different bosses, and now they should now drop the items as intended, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a guaranteed drop, but at least they will drop,
Right.
As much as they're supposed to drop. Let's see. So Arena Medalist and Warzone Medalist now require 7 medals down from 8, which I think that...
Yay!
Yeah, I thought that was already a thing, but maybe it's now like official.
They dropped it one more.
Yeah. No, I thought it was 7 anyway, but maybe it wasn't always counting it that way. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Raise the points reward of Arena Medalist, which is nice.
That's cool.
Because it does feel like arenas, like you almost always have to do more of them anyway, and sometimes it feels bad, especially if you're doing it and you're just getting rolled in them. You're just not getting any medals. It can be really ugly trying to get that done.
Yeah, well, I've noticed that when we're PvPing, we end up PvPing with the same people all day long.
Yeah.
So once you get targeted, they're going to be like, okay, that guy right there does a lot of damage. Go get him. I got him marked.
Or is very squishy.
Tunnel him. Yeah.
Right.
And because we do it. We're like, oh, hey, there's that poor little tiny baby sork that keeps popping in. Let's waste them, and then we move on.
Yep. Let's see. And if you have a power tech, advanced yield now correctly reduces the cooldown of power yield, so that's good. Always good to see fixes like that to make sure everything's all working the way it's as intended. Let's see. There's a couple of others. Where was it?
How far are you along in Galactic Seasonings? Do you remember?
I'm about 2/3 of the way done. No, I'm like in the 60s, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little different. So in the ones in like the European servers and on Shea Vizsla, I think in the like low 60s, and I think I'm around 70 for the two North American servers, just because I tend to do a couple of extra weeklies on those. Let's see. And then there are some known issues already in 7.5. Let's see. So the Basilisk prototype venture, players that complete heroic missions on CZ-198 won't see progress made on the Basilisk training mission track. So that's a known issue. While out doing combat training with B3S1, the Colossal Threat Daily bonus mission is not granted after picking it up from the terminal on Iocath. So there's an issue on Iocath as well. Basilisk prototype missing parts, primeval droid parts 0 of 5. If the combat droid plasma stabilizer and watcher droid sensor core are collected before the 5 primeval droid parts, the mission map notes disappear from the map. So that one's at least possible to finish, although that makes it difficult if you don't know where it is. Let's see. Objectives for General Ferrer and the Gormak King missions will not progress if the Silver Elite enemy is defeated before other common enemies. So the workaround for that would be to leave the phase, reset the missions, and then to make progress defeat the common enemies before defeating the Silver Elite enemy. Let's see. Sometimes the progress bars for Galactic Seasons and PvP reward tracks are missing and not updating properly when progress has been made.
Oof.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that, but then that's only been today, so yeah. And I wasn't really focusing on things that would actually progress Galactic Seasons or PvP. Having the enable movable secondary window toggle disabled will cause all vendor sales windows to not appear when interacting with a vendor. So if you see that, then you can try toggling the enable movable secondary window. Let's see. And then...
Oh, yeah, the spring event terminals on both fleets overlapping with other event terminals. That I saw that. You just kind of have to finesse your cursor.
Exactly.
You can get them.
So the workaround is it's possible to click on either terminal, but only from specific angles. So, yeah, the reason this is happening is because this is the first time, and I'm sure they'll make it match up a little bit better. So the events won't overlap probably in future years, but right now it kind of is. So there's two different terminals, and it's like that. So, yeah. So the seasonal ones tend to be on the inner ring, and then the outer ring has the other ones like the Rakghoul event and stuff like that. And so because the seasonal events are on the inner ring, and usually there's only one per season, so it's not a problem, but because it's the first time and the way it lines up is a little different, it's a bit of an issue this time around. I don't know if they'll move one of them temporarily or if they'll just let this workaround just kind of keep working. But anyway, there we go. So lots more to do on 7.5 for me and you, Kitty, both.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to waking up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Getting in there.
Exactly. Do you want to try starting PvP tomorrow, or do you need to give it a day or two?
Nope, tomorrow. Let's do tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow, chill.
Plan on tomorrow. That sounds
good. Let's do tomorrow.
Can't wait.
I'll wake you up early in the morning.
We'll be doing it when there's like no PvP going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still like I believe mine is level 17, so yeah, still.
I'm 9, so I'll do a little leveling.
Okay,
before we actually
basically I just went till the end of Capital World Coruscant, and that was it. So can't wait. All right. Cool. Anything else, Kitty, going on, or do you have any special stream stuff coming up?
Not that I can think of. Oh wait, my birthday is on.
Hey,
when's my birthday again? My birthday will be on Sunday, so come by and wish me a happy birthday.
Wow. Okay, so it's the very first. All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, Sunday. I thought you. Yeah, in my head I looked at the calendar, and sometimes it's like Mondays first and sometimes Sundays first. Anyway.
Sunday.
All right, that sounds good. So happy birthday in advance, and
thank you.
We should everyone check out Kitty's stream on Sunday. That'll be his birthday, and that's
53, baby.
Awesome. That's a show. If you'd like to play with us in the Utini Knights Guild on the Republic side of the Satil Shan server, or in our
Ootini Rage
Guild on the Empire side, do a /C join Ootini to join the Ootini channel. Then let us know you're a fan of the show. You can email questions and comments about the show to OotiniCast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter using @OotiniCast or Mastodon @OotiniCast@mastodon.world. You can find contact details for us on our website, OotiniCast.com, which includes how to subscribe using iTunes and the rest. We record the show live bi-weekly, Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Pacific, with streaming at twitch.tv/OotiniCast. Our theme song is Doomsday by Jean-Paul Zogby. And thank you to the chat room.
Thank you, chat.
And we'll see you next show. All right, and Kitty, do you have someone we should raid, or do you want me to just look myself? Let me get over to the dashboard.
Oh, Stay Alive's on. Oh, wait, Kogus is on.
Oh, okay.
Kogus.
Let's see if I can find Kong. Where is he?
This is where the fun
There he is. Let me make sure I clicked on the right one. Yeah, Cog. So let's start the raid. Yeah, so thanks for coming. And let's go say hi to Cog.
Bye, everybody. Thanks again.
All right. 2, 1. Here we go. All right. They did the raid. I'm going to stop the stream, stop the recording.